So I sometimes get asked about this guitar. Now, seeing as I use it for everything and I feel that I know it quite well, I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about the guitar, talk about the spec, demonstrate what it sounds like, and sort of explain why I really like it. Now, this is a Carvin CT4 California carved top. Now, the cool thing about this guitar is it's actually, I suppose, what you call like a custom guitar, right? Because when it was bought new, I actually bought it secondhand. The options of the guitar, so that, you know, the finish and the pickups and the general setup were chosen by the person that bought it. Now, Carvin actually still offer that as an option, I think, on their website, which I'll talk about in a bit. So yeah, this guitar, I bought it secondhand probably, I think, over 10 years ago from a great little shop in Hemel Hempstead, owned by my mate Barry. Thanks, Barry. And it just kind of felt right. I didn't really do much research into it, which is quite unlike me, and it just has always sat really well. So what I thought is, if you're in the market for a guitar sort of similar to this, so I'd probably place this under the same bracket as something like a PRS Custom or something like that, because they share. There's a few similarities in that. There's a mahogany body, maple top. It's a humbucking guitar, sort of quite, you know, very high quality instrument. I thought that a sort of review, if you like, and a demo of this guitar might give you an idea of what Carvin CT series can offer. So in terms of the spec of this guitar and the CT series as a whole, Carvin guitars, as they've now actually been rebranded as Kiesel guitars, still offer the option, I believe, on the website, where you can choose the model. So now it's a Carvin CT6, I believe, and from there you can choose and customize the guitar as you'd like. So you might choose, instead that you want a flame maple top, you might decide to change the pickups, the tuners, the general wood, the finish, all kinds of things that you can choose, which in the end means you end up with your own, I guess to an extent, your sort of custom guitar, which I think is pretty cool. It can be somewhat unique. I think the downside, obviously, is that you don't get to physically hold the guitar that you're actually going to buy, which I think, you know, I think is difficult, and that's possibly the only other thing that would put me off a bit, maybe. But having said that, I would just be able to vouch for sort of the quality of these guitars, you know, and that, you know, even if you choose all the options as you'd want them, you know, it's pretty likely you're going to end up with a quality, well-built instrument in the end. So in terms of the spec of this model that I'm actually going to be playing, I did have to do a little bit of detective work to figure out exactly what it was. I mean, to be honest with you, it wasn't that difficult. It's pretty close to a standard model anyway. So just quickly, you've got a mahogany body, full mahogany body, and a maple top. Quite an attractive sort of link there where the mahogany meets the maple. Always like that. Obviously, it's undeniably gold. I never thought I'd own a gold guitar, but there you go. Two humbucking pickups, which a lot of people on the internet don't seem to like. I think they're just stock, the Carvin pickups. I think they sound really good. The chord tap's great, just thins out the sound of the humbuckers, very useful. It doesn't sound like a Strat or a Tele, but it's not a Strat or a Tele, so it wouldn't. Obviously a Tune-O-Matic bridge, mahogany neck. I think it's an ebony board. Spursel locking tuners, which are great, really love those. Obviously it's a carved top, quite attractive, and a contour, slight contour, you probably can't see it, but a contour on the body, which is really nice. So that's it really, pretty straightforward. I'm going to get on and demonstrate some sounds. I've just plugged this directly into my Session BB45 amp, which just in my opinion produces a good sort of honest valve amp type sound. It hasn't actually got any valves in it though, but that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just go clean to Overdriven Sounds, cycle through pickups, mix it up a bit. So there's the front humbucking pickup. Back pickup. Put the coil tap on and go on the front pickup. Okay, so I'm going to just dig in a little bit more, something a bit funkier. So that's humbucking middle now. Odd time going on there, back pickup. So then if I switch to the coil tap, it really thins it out. Obviously you're going to notice a drop in output, but that's just kind of, we can get this a nice sort of thin. So I'll keep the speed the same. And then middle. Back pickup. So it just allows it just to break up that humbucker a little bit more, which I think is a really, really nice touch. So then just some sort of clean lead sounds. Then the middle. And the same on the back, humbucking pickup. Really love that back pickup, just the way it reacts, just sounds great. Then if I switch to the coil tap, obviously again a drop in output, but it works really well. And in the middle. And back. So now I'm going to switch to some sort of slightly more overdriven sounds for you. Okay, so now I've added a little bit of gain. The gain's up at about 5. So I'm just going to add something a bit more percussive and see how that goes. So here we go. So that was front humbucking pickup. This is middle. Back pickup just adds quite a lot more. And then if we switch to the coil tap just for a softer sort of attack. Really cleans up nicely there, really. So for me, that back pickup really sort of shines there. It's everything I think a back pickup should be. It's just got that nice bit of bite, and with the coil tap on a little bit again, it really cleans up nicely. It's a really great way of just cleaning up your rhythm, your rhythm sound or lead sound. So just taking that idea, expanding on it. So the humbucking with some single lead stuff, a little bit of gain. Back pickup really bites. And then if we do the similar sort of thing with the coil tap on. Middle position. Yeah, so just react reacts in a sort of different way. Some very, very cool sound. Okay, so then just some other sort of lead sounds. Front humbucking pickup. Middle. And then the back. Okay, and then if we go to the single coil there, and then the middle, with the back, some very cool sounds there. So we're going to move on and add, just to finish off, a sort of extra layer of gain. I'm going to turn the gain up to about 8. Then with a coil tap, front pickup. So then just some lead playing with the with that sort of gain setting, just to demonstrate some sustain. I have to butcher some Satriani, I'm afraid. That's it, then there's the middle. Go back. So then, similar thing with the coil tap, obviously just going to be a lot softer. You still get that lovely sustain, middle. And the back. Something like that. So I love the way that this guitar seems to sustain. I meant to say earlier actually that it's got a set neck, which is what I'd call a glued on neck, but whether that helps to add to the sustain, I don't know. Whether it's that or the fact that it's really heavy, I don't know. But you know, as you can probably tell, you know, I really love the guitar. It's sort of become part of me over the last 10 or so years, or I've sort of moulded it to something I like. And I know it's really hard when you're watching these demo videos to really get a feel of what the guitar is actually like, because let's face it, it's impossible to do so until you sat with it in your hand. But I suppose I'd just say that this is, you know, it is a quality instrument. You know, it's been used a lot, it's been dropped a lot, it's been in and out of cars, you know, it's been left cold, it's been left getting too hot, and it just always seems to come back in the tuning stability, which, you know, is just brilliant. You know, it just stays in tune. It's just a quality instrument. So I think, look, if you're in the market for something like this, you know, along the similar lines, give these models a look. It could be, you could find a real gem. Anyway, if you've got any questions about the video or the guitar or anything else, let me know. Otherwise, I hope to see you soon.